me, man, I love the game. I love the hustle, man. Be feeling like one of the ball playing, you know, Bird Magic or something. Yeah, you know when the brick door, and the leave. What if I leave? The fans still gonna love me, man.
There's no better feeling than waking up to a new package in the morning, and of course it's car parts. Let's get it opened up. Garbage, 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 garbage. That's not garbage. We're gonna open this last. Garbage. We're gonna open this second, and then now let's open that. So before I open any of these, this is everything I need to go direct injection on my Corvette Z06. So now let's open this. Voila! So these are the plates I need. Look how beautiful they are. I don't know if you guys get excited about car parts like I do, but I literally fanboy over car parts. So that's one thing. Now here's more. All right. Voila. So here are the fuel rails, here are the injectors, and then here's everything else we need. And then this is like the module and wire harness. So that's that. And the wire harness is here. Lots of wiring to do. But yeah, the kit's finally here. I paid about $2,400 for everything, which isn't so bad considering everything we're getting. So for those who are wondering why I bought everything here, let me catch you guys up. So when I first bought my Corvette Z06, it was fully built. It was tuned on methanol, which means every time I go to do a wide open throttle pull, the methanol would kick in. That's how that car works. That's how it was tuned. Then after I bought it, weeks later, I went to the tuner that built that car, and I pretty much asked him, yo, what could I change about this car to make it more reliable and just basically not run into problems in the future? He told me the methanol pump eventually could fail, which means if you go to do a pull and the methanol does not kick in, your engine will blow up. And as soon as he told me that, I got scared. And that's when he told me to go buy this exact same kit, which would help me get rid of the methanol. And I know there are a lot of pros of running methanol, like if you're running bad E85 and the methanol kicks in, it would pretty much correct it. Also, if your car heat soaks, the methanol is good for that. But I simply don't care. I have a really expensive built motor, and I do not want to ruin it relying on a pump. So as some of you may know, when you're building a car, nothing ever goes as planned. I mean, when does it ever go as planned? Probably never. So you just gotta know that it's part of the game, that nothing will ever go as planned, and that's happening here to us. And basically what's happening is that the kit is getting installed in the car today. It will be done. That's the good news. The bad news is that we can't tune the car for at least a few weeks, and the reason for that is, we'll explain that later, but yeah, we can't tune the car. And without tuning the car, we can't really race the car, we can't do pulls in the car, and we can't enjoy the car. And that's sad. And we're here at Vet Lab, and of course we got my car in here, and I think Ed is gonna take me for a ride in a Trackhawk they got here. They just finished building it. How you doing, Ed?
What's up, my man? You good?
I'm a bit tired, Ed. Can you wake me up, please?
Absolutely. So, like, unfortunately, we have to test drive all of the cars after we work on them.
Unfortunately?
Unfortunately.
Oh, man.
On this one in particular, I hate doing dig hits or 30 rolls.
Oh, man.
It's no fun at all.
Guys, unfortunately, this is like what we have to deal with here. We have to do pulls in cars. Like, this is like the worst part about owning a shop is driving 1,000 horsepower cars. I feel for you, man.
It's tough. Somebody's got to do it.
That feels good. Yeah, that feels good. So that was just an auto, right?
Yep.
Man, it moves.
Yeah. I think I feel exhaust rubbing on the floor right now. So
because it's squatting?
Yeah, it probably just needs to adjust it.
So we're gonna try a dig now and see how it likes it.
I'm gonna roll into it a little bit though.
All right. Did it just spin. And the crazy part is this thing is not even turned up all the way. It's running super safe right now. You could put more timing into it. You could also pulley it down and make more boost. But before he does any of that, he needs new tires because these tires are not gonna cut it. These are good for daily driving and probably driving it in snow. But as far as trying to get traction with the current power level, that is not gonna work. He will need probably Nittos or the Proxies. These won't cut it. So I want to show you guys this Hellcat real quick, stock Hellcat, and look at what happened to the diff. Look at this thing. That's the rest of the diff right here. The drive shaft was also destroyed. Look at all this. Stock Hellcat, the guy just full send it a little too much, and well, as you can see, it destroyed a lot, like the diff and the drive shaft as well. I think it's over here. Look at that. All destroyed. Yeah, so he needs a new drive shaft, a new diff, and well, he's getting a full built here at Vet Lab, which you should probably go and follow them. I'll leave their Instagram right up here. But yeah, lesson of the day, don't send your Hellcat a little too much because you'll end up like this guy. So now let's start on the vet. So what are we disconnecting first?
We're gonna take all the coils out of the way real quick to get to the intake manifold bolts.
And boom, is off. And of course, we need a lunch break, right? Yeah, you like what you see. We got kebab, we got fries. I don't know how these two go together, but hey, we're gonna eat them. So food was good. Now let's get back to work. So Roy's gonna assemble this for us right now. So what are you exactly doing now?
We lubed up this side where we installed our spacers into there. We're gonna install the injectors into here and then put them in the intake manifold spacer plate.
And this kit is pretty simple to put together until we get to the wire harness. So that is what we gotta figure out. There's a lot of wires because you can't just put this together without the wires. And here's the final product. So everything is put together. So we test fit the plates and we ran into a little problem. So this plate does not fit these valve covers because yeah, has to sit flush, and well, as you can see, that's not flush. So we may have to remove these valve covers. They're from K-Tech and they sit up a little too much, so that's giving us a problem. So the only way this kit is going on is if we find some stock valve covers. So Ed jumped all the way up there to find us some stock valve covers. Did you find any?
Got valve covers.
Yes, sir. Now how are you gonna get down? Just jump. I'll try to catch you. I'm really not sure how he got up there. And just like that, he's down here. Wow. You're a superhero. So we got valve covers and we got to take those shiny, really expensive ones off. So here's one of them and Ed got the second one. Now we're going to take these non-color match valve covers off. So they painted them yellow. They're close, but not close enough. There. Oh, shouldn't have dropped that. But anyways, here they are. We're taking these off because unfortunately they will not fit with that kit. So these are the factory ones, and you pretty much just slide that back in there and it will make life a lot easier. So whoever put the valve covers on didn't use the factory bolts. They used some other bolts. So we can't use those bolts because they were stripped. So whoever put the valve cover on stripped those bolts. So now we're gonna go and try to find these. All right, let's send her. Oh my God, she is so slow. The needle for the Speedo is not even moving. That's how slow this thing is. So we got the 20 bolts that we need, and now we're gonna go install this valve cover. There you go, my friend. Those are all yours. And he got a lot done in the 20 minutes that I was gone. He pretty much put the stock valve covers on. He put this kit back on. He pretty much did so much. So now we're gonna head out because the shop is closing and we need a lot of parts to grab. So first thing in the morning, I'm gonna go to this auto parts shop, grab a bunch of stuff, and then come back here first thing morning. So it's the next morning and I gotta go grab all these parts. And I'm just confused to why this stuff wasn't included in the kit. I mean, you spend all this money and then you still gotta go spend a bunch of other money to get tubing and all this other stuff. Like, if you make a kit, it should include everything. So we got everything we need and it was not cheap whatsoever. Let me show you guys the receipt real quick. So here's everything, and right at the bottom, $340 for this stuff. I'm gonna open it once we get to the shop, but as you can see, when you buy these kits, they don't have everything you need. You still gotta go out and buy over $300 worth of parts. I got a little gift for you, Roy. So that's everything you need. Well, let's actually show them what's in there. I got a lot of stuff. I mean, this was $340. Look at all this stuff. Whew. So we got these, we got hose. Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of things. So I've had this car for about 2 days, and the crazy part is I've still yet to get a check engine light. Like, you know, most BMWs, they have oil leaks, check engine lights within the first days of ownership. And well, this car has well over 100,000 miles, and it's in pretty good shape so far. So we're back at the shop, and just look at how beautiful this Trackhawk is. But anyways, we have a problem. So we're looking for this exact same bolt right here, and we cannot find it. And well, I guess the only place that would have them had them out of stock. And now we gotta wait until Monday because today is Friday, and well, they don't have them in stock. They gotta wait until Monday to get them from the warehouse. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to leave the car here over the weekend and then come back on Monday where they could just finish it all up. So fun fact of the day, this BMW key is the same key as a Rolls Royce. Very odd, but hey, that's how they do it. Obviously, BMW is owned by Rolls-Royce, or maybe it's the other way around. Well, good morning, guys. It is Monday. I'm feeling really good because I just got a call from the shop. They told me they found the exact bolts that we need. So now the car should be hopefully getting done today. And now it's time to fill this bad boy up. I've had this car for about 3 days. Big shout out to Ed for giving me the car while my Z06 is in the shop. I really don't need it, but I didn't have a ride, so he's like, yo, take the keys to the BMW and go home. I'm gonna need you guys all to follow me on Instagram at It's MotorTube. And honestly, Instagram is the best way to interact with you guys, so go give your boy a follow. So we got the car up in the air, and here's the issue. We gotta take the whole bumper off just to take this fender off to get to the PCM because it's literally like stuck in there. Well, not stuck in there. That's where they put it from factory. You can't get to this PCM without removing the fender, and you can't remove the fender without removing the bumper. So as you can see, we took everything off here, this off. I mean, everything is disassembled just to be able to take the bumper off so we could take the fender off. So I hate everything that has to do with Corvettes because just to do the smallest thing, you have to literally take the whole car apart. As you can see, everything is apart. And well, unfortunately, the day's over. And we gotta leave this and come back tomorrow to finish working on it. I'm not even sure we're gonna finish it tomorrow. We didn't really think that we would have to take the bumper off, but now we do. Well, it's the next day and it's 36 degrees and snowing. All right, now let's go check on my car. It's right up there. And yeah, so it was supposed to get taken apart, and well, we didn't have enough time yesterday, and yeah, it is taken apart. All right, look at this. No bumper, fender is out the way, so fender's there, bumper's over there, and there goes the PCM. See, it's like almost impossible to get to it because the fender rubs like kind of on the PCM. So the only way to get to that is by taking that off. And you have to take that off to take that off. So yeah, you gotta disassemble the whole car for that. And all of this just to plug these wires in. Look at that. These three right here. Hopefully we can finish it today. I'm not sure. We don't have too much to do, but you know, things always could come up. As you could see, we didn't realize we were gonna take the fender off, but we took it off. So things always come up. Nothing is an easy install. And yeah, so let's see where this takes us. And I just noticed that we took the headlight off as well, but only this side. We left this one on. We actually didn't really have to take much off here besides the wheel and a little bit of the fender liner. And another thing I wanted to show you guys is that if this was to ever break, or you would have to replace the light bulb or anything like that, you would not be able to unless you take your bumper off. The bolts are literally right here. You got one here and one right there, and you can't get to them without taking your bumper off. Like, that is the stupidest design I've ever seen. And I've kind of started to grow hate for Corvettes or any GM products, just because if you want to do the simplest thing, you have to literally disassemble the whole car. And it's like, they built it without the thought of ever disassembling this car. It's kind of like gluing the whole car together and never even thinking about having to disassemble this car. So if you want to do one thing, you have to disassemble a lot of things. Can we see who robbed you guys?
Yeah,
Snap-on robbed you guys. What is that?
multimeter, digital multimeter.
Do you even need it?
Oh, absolutely. You need this.
Come on, now you don't need anything from that truck. They literally just sell you random stuff. What does this read exactly? Multi-reader for what?
Oh, dude, you can read volts, ohms, amps. You can read temp on it. This is actually really good. It's only like $8,000 though.
I believe you. For 5,000? No, 8,000. For 8,000. I believe you guys. And well, we finally got the module installed. It's gonna be right over here. As you can see, we have some wires running to the PCM. So all that's in there, and we pretty much had to disassemble the whole car just to get that in there. So here's the next issue we are having. So these are the ignition coil brackets from K-Tech, as you can see, and unfortunately we cannot put them back on the car because they do not fit. So if you guys remember, we had the yellow valve covers before from K-Tech, and well, these brackets were made for that valve cover. Well, now we got rid of it and put the OEM valve cover, and now these brackets will no longer fit on there. So that means we have to call around and find OEM brackets that would fit.
I am not seeing a bracket listed for those. Yeah, it doesn't actually look like the original ones are going to have brackets. It looks like it just goes right onto the actual cover.
These right here are like the mounting brackets, I guess. They're like metal. And I just don't know where they would exactly go because we no longer have room. So he's saying they would go right on the valve covers, except now we have blocked the valve covers with this new kit. So I think we might have to make brackets in-house because they don't really make them. So that's the next issue we have to figure out. So now we're gonna say bye to the car and let them finish it all up. I got some errands to run, so by the time I'm all done, the car should hopefully be put back together and ready to go home. So we're back at this shop and look at all these cars. Let me just show you guys a couple of cool ones. So that is a twin turbo C7 Z06. Look how cool that thing is almost done getting tuned and should be on the road very soon. Although it's winter, it'll definitely be ready for the next season. You got this Hellcat that blew its diff. I showed you guys earlier in the video. That's done getting fixed. It's gonna hop on the dyno and then that's gonna get a really, really special mod. But we're not here for any of these cars. We're here for my car. And before I came in, they told me that it was put together and yeah, it's right in front of me. And yep, it is put back together. So the bumper is back on, you got the fender back on, and I guess all the wiring is pretty much done, but we still have a problem. So these are the Magnuson brackets and they would fit just fine. But here's the thing, is Magnuson willing to sell me these brackets on their own without the Magnuson kit?
Please send an email regarding your question or concern, and our customer and technical support team will contact you back within 24 hours.
They have an option to talk to somebody and then they tell you to email them. Like, what is the point of that? I don't understand why companies can't just pick up the phone and talk to you. Now, I gotta email you and then wait for you to email me back. That's gonna take at least a couple days. So I gotta figure out a way to get these Maggie brackets here so we can throw them on the car. But again, regardless, we're gonna take the car home. All right, let's see what Nick's doing. Hey, Nick. Ooh, nice little Corvette here. I said, hey, Nick! Bro, you don't have to act like you're working for the camera, bro.
I'm not acting, bro. This
Come
is real
on,
deal,
bro.
Holyfield.
You're acting like you're...
I'm not a paid
You know
actor.
damn well you
I
were
get
sitting
paid
on...
for
He was sitting on the couch before I walked in here.
couch, bro.
Nah, come on now. I'm just kidding, but yeah. What's up? I missed you, and I just wanted to come say hi.
I appreciate the visit.
Come on, bro. Like, look at me. Make eye contact when you're talking to me,
Working,
bro.
bro. I ain't acting. I got
Okay, bro. All right. I'm leaving, bro. You're so rude. I'm leaving. Bye. So we got the keys to the vet, and the car is all done. Let me show you guys everything under the hood. So, boom. Everything is installed. That's the kit, and then we put the ignition coils right here for now until we get the new brackets from Magnuson. I'm still trying to figure that out. All right, let's turn it on. She is sounding so good. All right, so we're gonna take her out for a drive just to see how she's driving. and then come back and have them look at it again. It's good to finally have the car back. It was at the shop for about 3 to 4 days. I've been literally filming this video since last week, but it's back and we're just gonna drive it around for a little bit. So everything seems to be fine. Shout out to Roy for everything. Thank you. And yeah, we're gonna take the car home now, and I'll talk to you guys about the tuning later on. I'm trying to run away from talking about it just because of how much I don't want to talk about it. I cannot believe it's 38 degrees out. Winter's officially here and I'm officially depressed. So now that we got the car back, we gotta move on with the build, and the next thing on the list is PPF, and that's why we're here at Motor City Whips to get an appointment to get this thing PPF'd. I ordered the roll last week and it just came in yesterday. So anyways, now let's talk about the tuning issue that we are having with this car. This is something I did not want to talk about, but we have to, so let's get into it. So basically, the guy who's tuning this car is a great guy. I love dealing with him. I mean, I've known of him, but haven't really dealt with him until I got this car. When I needed him to make the car shift automatically, he took me in right away. I went, visited him, talked to him. Super cool guy, really good with tuning these cars. Now here's the issue. Now that we got the modifications that we just did to the car has to get retuned because I'm gonna put the car on full E85. Well, it's gonna be on flex fuel, but we got new injectors, so you need a new tune. I hit him up, I was like, yo, I wanna get my car tuned. He's like, we got at least 2 to 3 weeks wait time. I was like, oh damn, okay, that's kind of a little while. Then I was like, okay, can you give me an exact time of when you could actually take my car? And he simply said 2 to 3 weeks is the minimum. He's not even sure when he can take my car, so it could be a month, it could be 2. I'm not really sure when he could take my car, and that's where the issue is. The fact that he can't even give me a date is a concern for me because I want to get the car on the road. I have a very crazy plan to do with the car. I actually want to take the car on a road trip, but that's for another video. So I want to get my car done. I want to get it PPF. I want to get it wrapped, and I got new wheels coming for it, and I want to just get out of here because it's getting really cold in Michigan. And basically, he can't tune my car for at least a month, and that's a problem. So as much as I like dealing with him, as much as I like him as a tuner, I kind of have to switch tuners, and that's where we're running into another issue. There isn't that many GM tuners that are good. There's a lot of them, and they're all horrible. So the guy that is tuning my car right now is a good GM tuner. So we have one of 2 choices: either to wait for him to be able to tune my car, which we don't know when that's even gonna happen, or switch tuners. As of right now, I have no idea what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna let you guys go. I just wanted to touch on that subject with you guys. Let me know what I should do. Talk to me in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next video. Peace.